Good morning, guys. We are going to hard boil some quail eggs today. I've got an excess of eggs. I like to keep hard boiled quail eggs in the fridge. They're really easy to eat. They're bite size. So if you go ahead and get them boiled and cover them in the fridge, and when you need a snack, just pop one in your mouth. So go ahead and grab you a pot, fill it with water. The size of pot that you're going to use and the amount of water that you're going to use is going to vary depending on how many eggs you're boiling. And here is my pot, and ignore my messy little stove. I really need to deep clean it. This is the pot. I don't know if you can tell. Here is it in comparison with my hand. And I've got it filled a little half to 3/4 of water. You want the eggs to be completely covered. I've put my eggs in there. The water has not started boiling yet because I really just got this going. But I want to show you this one egg right here. All of these eggs that are in this pot were laid on December 19th. Today is January 1st, so they're not that old, just a couple of weeks. But I do not hatch eggs that are that old, so it's time to go ahead and eat these. This particular egg right here is floating, though. No other eggs are all on the bottom. And what that floating egg tells me is that that egg is no good anymore. So I want to go ahead and pull this egg out, and I don't want to cook that one. We will throw that to the chickens or throw it in the trash or something, but it is not good for us to eat right now. Doing hard-boiled quail eggs is really no different than doing chicken eggs or anything like that. If you want them hard-boiled, boil them for about 4 minutes total. If you want them soft-boiled, then you will cut that time in half, and if you want them kind of a medium, then adjust the time for that as well. Once they are boiled, though, it can be a little difficult to peel them. However, I have found if you put them in ice cold water after boiling them, turn the pot off after your 4 minutes, let them sit there for about 2 minutes or so, and then put them into ice cold water. They will peel a heck of a lot easier. So give that a try and see if that works for you. Now, I'm actually going to add just a little bit of flavoring to my water. You can boil these in just plain water. You can boil them in broth or anything like that just to add a little extra flavor to your quail eggs. I've had already filled my pan with water, but I have some chicken bouillon right here. So I have sprinkled some of that into the pan. Now, it's not going to add a lot of flavor, but it does add just a little bit of flavor. So I'm going to get that stirred up, and that way those eggs can boil, and they'll let all that soak into my egg. I never can seem to do just one thing at a time. So while my quail eggs are boiling, I'm going to actually clean out the fridge, or finish cleaning it out. I've got a big old bowl going already, and I got to finish cutting up my tomatoes. I had some tomatoes in the fridge that were starting to get just a little squishy, and let me show you those. So they're not bad, but they are getting just a little squishy, and I don't want to let them go to waste. I don't have anything that I'm going to be using them for here within the next few days or so. So I'm going to cut them up and put them on my dehydrator sheet and stick those in the dehydrator so I can refill my jar up here. Show you my jar. I got a mess going on in my kitchen right now. I've got a jar of dehydrated tomatoes. These are very, very easy to use. They don't go bad for a very, very long time. So I actually put some in this crock pot last night. I don't know if you can see them in there. That is a pot of beans with the ham bone from our leftover ham for Christmas. Threw some tomatoes in there, but I need to get that jar refilled, and I don't want these to go bad. So I'm going to work on that for the next few minutes while those quail eggs boil and finish cleaning out the fridge. I've already got this big old bowl of Christmas leftovers here that need to go out to the ladies. They are going to go crazy when I bring this to them here in a little bit. So I got my tomatoes all cut up. It's a little overfilled. I did not want to get 2 trays dirty, so I'm going to just scrunch these in there. It'll work. It'll be fine. So I'm going to get these put in the dehydrator because we're still waiting for our 4 minutes to be up on our quail eggs. All right, so these have been boiling for 4 minutes now. I just turned the burner off. Now I'm going to let them sit there for about 2 minutes and let them just kind of cool just a little. And excuse me. And then I will drain the water off of them. All right, 2 minutes has passed, and excuse my dirty sink. I'm in the process of cleaning out my fridge, so it's one of those things that it always gets worse before it gets better. I'm going to drain the water off. You can do this with a colander. If your hand is steady enough, you can drain it as I am. And now I'm going to get my eggs into my cool water. So here are my eggs. And there's a little bit of water down in there. Here's my bowl of ice water. And it doesn't have to be ice cold, guys. It can be just cold water out of your faucet. I like putting a few little ice cubes in there to get it nice and cold because typically I'm going to pour a little bit of this hotter water in there with it, just because I'm too lazy to get a strainer dirty. So I'm going to let those sit there and cool off. Not long, maybe 5-10 minutes or so. Typically mine cool a little bit longer because I get to doing something else and forget about them. And then we will get these quail eggs peeled and into the fridge for eating. The eggs have cooled. It has been way more than 5 to 10 minutes. I went outside to give the leftovers from the fridge that I was cleaning out to the chickens and got to messing with them. And I think it's been probably about 30-45 minutes already. I have no idea how much time has passed, but they are nice and cold at this point. So now we're going to drain our water off of them. So we've got our bowl here full of water. Looks a little on the dirty side, but I don't know if you remember, I did put broth in the water, so that is why the water is discolored like that. So let's drain all this water off. And still, I don't use a dishwasher, guys. I wash dishes by hand. So that is why I kind of cheat and don't like to get dishes dirty, because I'm the one that washes these darn things. So we've got our water drained off. Right off the bat, I'm noticing this egg here. Once we get to peeling, I will evaluate that egg and see whether we keep it or if that one maybe goes to the chickens or in the trash. But to peel these things, we're going to take them out. I have found that if you kind of slightly roll them and get it to crack on each side, then the egg will peel pretty easily. All right, so I've got my egg all rolled and it's all cracked on each side. I save my eggshells. I actually feed them back to my chickens and my quail, and all of that is a good source of calcium for them. So here we go. We're going to peel it. I have a bucket here that I put all my eggshells into to feed back. That is a good way to save money, guys, on calcium for your animals. There we go. We got a nice peeled egg. Once we get all of these peeled, we will wash them. Get them nice and clean. Got a bowl here. I put a paper towel on the bottom. I like the paper towel because it absorbs some of the moisture that comes off the egg. And then usually I will put a paper towel over the top of them actually, and then put my lid on before I put them in the fridge. But making hard-boiled quail eggs is just as easy as making chicken eggs. It's not a hard thing to do. And as you can see, these are bite-sized. These are very, very easy to eat. You don't have to cut them. If you want to cut them, you can. But it is literally that simple. Thank y'all for watching this video, and if you like it, please subscribe.